What's up, fellas? Good morning. Support Darkel, man. So, we heading back to the 75 Chrome shop. Excuse me, my throat. Getting over a cold. So, we're going to head back to the 75 Chrome shop and pick up some stuff for the Freightliner Century. So, I've already ordered the vinyl wrap Vivid for the backsplash. I'm going to be going with, right now, the Century. And I just did the interior of the Century back in November. And it came out good, but, there's some things that I did, when I did that vinyl wrap that kind of messed up on. I didn't wrap it all the way around the panels. So it's kind of bubbling up on the edges and it's getting a little bit annoying. And I've been wanting to redo it. And after that, when I ended up doing the Freightliner Classic with the blue, that carbon fiber blue, and I just fell in love with the look of colors like that. I fell in love with the little ball. Right now, my Freightliner Century, I have a 12-inch extension with the Tiki from Twisted Shifters, which is nice and everything. It goes nice, and I got the oak sleeve right here, shoulder sleeve, with the, obviously the oak vinyl wrap and the backsplash, and I got the Forever Sharp oak steering wheel. So we're heading to 75 Chrome shops. I'm gonna go pick up ball just like this one, but in red. Now, if they have the black one with the red splash, I'll probably grab that one, because we are transforming the interior of the Freightliner Century. So, like I said, right now the Freightliner Century has the oak look, and since I'm gonna be redoing this dash anyway, I decided to just change the whole interior, man. So we're gonna get down and dirty with the Century. So I went ahead and ordered, like I said, the vinyl wrap. I ordered it same style as the Classic, but red. We'll go with the red look, because the Freightliner Century, we are gonna do some body work in the hood, and we are gonna paint the outside. We're gonna do the outside paint, like it's either gonna be a dark navy blue or it's gonna be black. Most likely it'll be black. Kind of like what I did with my 2000 Century, which I painted myself. I got some satin black Rust-Oleum, like the choke paint. And I mixed it up with some acetone, and I painted it with a roller, and it came out real nice. It had a little orange peel on it, but I actually liked it. I gave it like a work truck look. So we're doing that to the Century. I'm gonna have a little body work done in the front just to get things smoothed out, and we're gonna go ahead and paint the Century, probably most likely black with the same Rust-Oleum satin black paint, which is not a flat, but it's not as gloss. It's satin, a real nice look, and we're gonna be changing the lights out to the black lights. Same lights, but the black lights. But for today, the main thing we're doing is gonna go pick up a ball. We're gonna pick up a little ball like this one, a chrome sleeve, and I'm gonna be grabbing an adapter for the steering wheel that was on the Classic before, that has like the electric shape. I was planning on putting that for sale on eBay. I mean, I'm not sure yet what's gonna happen when I get there. I'm gonna look at the red 16 steering wheel they have there, and I might just buy a whole nother steering wheel. But we are gonna be definitely going to the 75 Culture, getting some stuff for the Century. I'm definitely doing the floor in red. I'm gonna do the epoxy floor in red on the Century. I'm gonna be doing the whole floor. I'm not gonna do like the Classic, just half of it. The Century, I am gonna epoxy the whole floor. See how that comes out. The Freightliner Century got a more level floor. So we're gonna get a little bit more, this is my second epoxy job that I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna just try to get a little more into it. I'm gonna buy some of that board, that foam board they sell, and I'm gonna try to get it real level and see how that comes out. But we are gonna throw like a metallic red paint on the floor with, the same thing with the little chrome flakes on and the epoxy. And so yeah, we're gonna basically transform the inside of the Century from oak look to a black and red look. So right now it's all gray. I repainted everything gray when I did it the first time. But I think I'm gonna spray the whole interior black. I do like how the black dashes look, so I think I'm gonna be spraying the whole interior black with the red backsplash, and the red ball and all the stuff, the steering wheel. So if I don't like the color of red steering wheel they have in the 75 Chrome shop, then I'm probably just gonna buy the adapter for the steering wheel that was on the Freightliner Classic. If I buy the steering wheel, I'll list it on eBay, but if I don't, I'm gonna just buy the adapter from SCI, and with that new adapter will be chrome in the background. I'm gonna take the steering wheel that was messed up, the one that I replaced that had bubbles and stuff, I'm gonna sand that thing down, and I'm gonna paint it with the same color paint on the floor, which is like a metallic red. And this time I'm gonna go with the polyurethane spray. You know what I'm saying? Go with that spray, which I know is gonna come out good, and I'm gonna do it up. So that's what we're doing today, man. Hitting the City Facron shop, plus I gotta pick up another hat at City Facron shop. You know what I'm saying? This is my black and red one. I've been rocking it for a while. I love this. This is my favorite one. This is the favorite color setup that I love. But they do have one that's like a dark gray with black. I love it. I'm gonna go grab it. So that's what it is, man. So adapter, shifter, sleeve, and we'll see. Maybe we'll grab a little, the hat. Probably grab a couple other little things there, but yeah, man, we're gonna do some work to the Freightliner Century. I'm definitely gonna buy the paint for the floor and the paint for the steering. All that stuff is gonna happen today. And not today. Well, today I'm gonna be buying all the stuff, but I'm gonna be doing the work this weekend. And Freightliner Century, I gotta get it looking pretty. Your boy Dark Hell's gotta ride it looking pretty. I mean, it's looking good the way it is right now, but I gotta park the Classic. I gotta drive the Classic one more week until my registration comes through for the Century. Because the Classic needs a lot of, it needs a lot of attention. It still needs to get the hood job done. It needs some electrical wiring in the front. I keep having issues with the headlights. They flicker on me sometimes, sometimes they go off, and I have to be constantly going up there. It's just whoever had this truck really didn't take care of it. There's wires everywhere. But your boy Dark Hell's gonna take care of it, man. So I need this Classic needs to get parked for, a month or two. I gotta get the work done to it and not rush it. Plus I gotta resolve this issue with the snapping bolts, man. I got the AC compressor bracket that mounts to the engine, like the front part of the engine, which I believe that's called gear casing. There's two bolts that hold it. They just keep on snapping. Now my truck is a 95 Classic, and I know already that this engine is not the original engine. It's a 99 12.7 Detroit 60 series, the 550. It's the truck originally came, I think, with the 475. So it's my mechanics tell me it's possible that the guy, when he swapped out the engines, he used the same bracket, because one thing we notice is that all the bolts that hold down the alternator bracket, and most of the bolts that hold brackets down to this engine, they're the black half-inch bolts, half-inch as far as like diameter, and they're that black grade A bolts are real good, but they're half inches. And the only bracket that's not taking a half-inch bolt is the AC compressor bracket, which takes a 7/16. So what happened was that the first time they snapped, they were just old. Then they didn't snap. They just got what was it that happened? It's not that they snapped. They just became loose. The nuts came loose in the back, so I just went and changed them. But the bolts that I put were not grade A. I'm not a mechanic, so I didn't know. I put some bolts in there, they snapped. That's the first time. Then the second time, we ended up putting some bolts in there, and they were grade 5. Those snapped. So then finally, this week Tuesday, I went ahead and got the grade A bolts with the grade A lock nuts and grade A washers and all that good stuff. And I put those through there, you know what I'm saying? And I did a trip up, came back down to Florida on the way up, which was on Friday morning. I opened the hood to do a pre-trip, and one of them was snapped in the back where the lock nut was, just snapped off, and it was kind of sticking on. I tapped it back in place just so that I could make it to my delivery. So I drove it like that. I drove it to my delivery, like 200 some more miles, and I drove it to my pickup, and then I drove it back down. When I was loaded on the way down to Florida, I stopped at the 205 at the Marathon. I always like stopping there. I stopped there for a shower and a meal and to get some rest. And I opened the hood and looked, and it was still in there in place. So I don't understand. Maybe they overtimed them. The grade A are very brittle. But, just having the issue. So my mechanic believes that the bracket, the holes on the bracket are probably for 7/16. You know what I'm saying? But this engine probably requires half-inch. I'm not sure. We're going to find out when I get to the shop. He's going to pull off the bracket and see if we can stick a half-inch bolt. Because when I went to a Freightliner dealer to buy the bolts, they sold me 2 bolts. They were half-inch black bolts. They were like, these are the ones that it takes. But when we went, they won't go through the bracket. So I was in a rush because I was in there low. So we just went ahead. I went ahead and got the other one. So now we're going to go ahead and remove the bracket and see those half inches go through. Because our mechanic believes that they're going to go through the gear casing. and those are the required bolts. And I'm pretty sure that regardless, he say he's gonna make it work. He's gonna pour those holes out. We're gonna get those half-inch bolts in there that I got at the Freightliner dealer, man. So that's what it is right now. We're gonna do that on Monday to the Classic, see if we get the AC bracket resolved. One thing that happened to me for the AC bracket breaking is that it breaks and it starts to wobble, and then the holes on top of my AC compressor came loose and all my Freon leaked out, so now I don't got AC right now. And when it gets loose, off that bracket there's a tensioner bolt that controls, the belt on the alternator. So when it gets loose, now the belt gets loose and my voltage drops. So that could be the problem that we have with the voltage. That is probably moving and it's fluctuating. Right now it's marking real good. So we're gonna have the alternator tested anyway. I did buy a brand new alternator, so we're gonna have it tested anyway. But anyway, that's what it is, man. We're gonna hit the same chrome shop. Before anything, we're gonna go get these parts, these things for the Freightliner Century. I really don't want to have to buy another steering wheel. The steering wheel I have has the adapter, but and it's not bad, but it doesn't have that spacer. I'm gonna see if I can buy a spacer. Now, if the spacer does not come with the adapter, then I'm gonna just say screw it. I'm gonna just keep the one I have and just sand everything down and paint it that metallic red, and we're gonna ride like that. I think it's gonna look real good. If it's either that or I'm end up buying another 16-inch steering wheel for the Century. But we're definitely buying the little ball. We're gonna get rid of the Tiki for now. Had it for a while, but I like the little ball feel, so we're gonna go with the ball. I'm also gonna get the 18-inch extension and replace the 12-inch that's in the Century now to make it taller. I got used to it's tall and I like it. So we got some stuff coming to the Century this weekend. We're gonna change shifters. We're gonna do some floors, and we're gonna change the steering wheel and the backsplash. So that's what it is, man. So I'll keep you guys posted on what's going on with the Classic. If we remove that bracket and those half-inch bolts go right through, I'll update you guys on the show, because maybe there's somebody out there that has the same situation, that their bolts are snapping because they probably got the wrong bracket on their engine, and it can just be fixed by just boring those holes out a little bigger. So that's what it is, man. It's your boy Doc here. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace. Let's go over here at the 75 Chrome Shop. Just come up with some stuff, and you can see right here stuff that I got. Got the extension, some hats. All that's for the Century, guys, and it's coming. 75 Chrome Shop, baby. Went with the steering wheel, fellas. I'll catch you guys in the truck.